Hey, let's talk about the case of Shannon Sharpe. Thank you for watching this channel. Please like and subscribe if you want to continue to see more. This channel is really just dedicated to giving LGBT people a voice where you will be respected, your opinions will be respected. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are not very LGBT friendly that will be commenting. Just know that your comments will be ignored. It will be removed. I don't care about what you think about anything. Let's just let's just put that on the table first. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't care about what you think, okay? This is a space specifically for LGBT people so that we can have a place to talk, so that we can have a place to be comfortable. You know, I'm so tired of going on these, as a black person, going on a lot of these pages, and they're just, just so homophobic. And speaking from a black person, it comes across as very hypocritical and it made me realize at a certain point that black people, specifically foundational black Americans, however you want to describe it, are very hypocritical, and they really don't want peace. They really don't want equality. They just want power. And that's fine. Just say you want power. It's okay. You don't have to sit and lie and say, oh, we want equality. No, you don't want equality, because as soon as you get equality, the first thing you're going to do is start discriminating against people who are like you, who are LGBT or other. Okay? So let's just start there. Okay? This page is literally just for us to get our thoughts out and stuff like that. So, the first thing I really wanted to talk about, and probably the only thing I'm going to talk about right now, because this is the first video, I wanted to talk about Mr. Shannon Sharpe and his situation, because it's kind of like, it's a gag, really. So, I'm going to talk about that. Apparently, he was dating this non black woman, and this non black woman decided basically she was setting him up. Basically, it's from allegedly, maybe, I don't know, maybe she was setting him up, maybe it seems like she was setting him up to me, because of just the text messages they were sending out. Like, she was, oh, I want some baby gravy, which is like food, and I don't like when non-black people try to refer to anything dealing with black people as food. So the baby gravy thing was kind of much, and then a big black baby. Like, what do you mean, big black baby? Like, babies are babies. They're gonna be the size that they are, whether they're big or small. Black people have premature babies. All the babies that black women have are not like these huge fat ass babies with big heads, and it's ridiculous. So he should have known at that point, hey, you're dealing with somebody who is not for you and not for your people. But nevertheless, he decided to continue to mess with her and play the role as coon. And so he just kept cooning it out. And so he got what he got. Um, so basically, I feel like she set him up. Like, with all of these text messages, and then I think there might have been some videos and then some audio recordings, and you have to really think about the fact that the mindset of someone who goes around screenshotting their conversations and recording audio and video, it's like that shows intent, very mischievous, very miscellaneous, not miscellaneous, but just very mischievous. Like, you're just being, you own some other stuff, basically. Like, why are you saying all of these crazy things, and then, you know, you're trying to act like you were just some victim in this thing, like this big black man with tight sweatpants just decided to walk up on you one random day and just started humping on you, like that wasn't the case. And so I just feel like it's very weird, but it's not unexpected. I think a lot of wealthy black men unfortunately do that. They get money, and the first thing they do is find the lightest, brightest, whitest chick they can find. I do think that there's a lot of self-loathing in the black community. Unfortunately, a lot of colorism, a lot of self-loathing. Like I've already said, I feel like, especially now, like when I go outside, I'm just like, wow, we call ourselves black, but it seems like half of it and don't even look black. We look like Puerto Rican, something other than black. We light. There's a lot of light bright, almost white looking folks out here that's black, and I'm just like, wow. The only way you can tell they black is they got locks in their hair or whatever. Other than outside of that, they so light bright. You's like, how are you black? I don't understand. You can't be light bright and be black. I don't. Ugh. I mean, you can be black, but it's just very odd. And especially like if you're an older person like I am, you kind of have seen like the extreme colorism in school and after school where all of these people who are light bright, even if they are extremely unattractive, they still are put on a pedestal, right? So I do think that that's very interesting, and it kind of just exposes more a big problem in the black community where a lot of black people don't really want to be black, and they don't want their kids to be black, and so they find the most lightest person they can find. And then some people say, oh well, they come back around and they go find some dark skinned person. No, that's not the case all the time. There's a lot of cases where um, you'll have someone who's very light bright, and then they'll go find someone else who's very light bright, and then they'll go have some extremely light bright kids, and them kids probably ain't gonna go for the darkest person they can find. You see what I'm saying? So I just think it's very interesting. And this has nothing to do with LGBT, but I think that is interesting. Like I said, this is also a gossip channel, so we're gonna gossip. So I want to know what y'all think about that with the Shannon Sharpe situation. Should he? I shouldn't even say should he have stuck with his race, because you can mess whatever you want to mess with. But at the end of the day, if you're going to go outside of your race and mess with people and they show you that they have malicious intent in what they're doing, like with those text messages, like with the videos, like with the conversations they were having, etc., etc., etc. But you keep messing with them anyway because in your mind you're like, they're not black. As long as they're not black, I don't care. They can call me anything. They can do anything to me because they're not black. And so, I don't know. Maybe because I'm dark skinned and woke or whatever, and so it's like I see things for what they are and not for what people would like for you to think them as. I think it's very interesting as well that you see a lot of people in the community, in my community, that are straight men trying to defend him, which I think is kind of crazy. It's like you don't even know what happened, you don't know all the details. No one really knows all the details, but besides the fact that there allegedly was a $10 million payment potentially that the man wanted to make to keep the non-black woman quiet, which is insane. Like, why would you even attempt or want to pay her anything knowing that she was trying to sue you for money? Like, if nothing else, that made her case seem a little bit more valid, because if you go in front of a judge, right, or if he can when he goes in front of a judge, if he goes in front of a judge, they're going to be looking at that potentially like, okay, well, why did you want to pay her this money if you didn't do anything wrong, right? So but that's really alleged. I don't know if he actually tried to pay her $10 million or whatever may have you, but at the end of the day, he has no one to blame but himself. I think it's quite pathetic and sad that in the black community there are so many black people that really are self-loathing, and it's just sad. It just really is sad. Um, I feel like in a couple of generations, people that are my complexion are going to be rare. It's going to be literally rare, because it just seems like everybody is just having. They're like, oh, how light are you? Are you light enough, or what? Are you too dark? I need somebody light. You know what I'm saying? It just that's what it seemed like. All right, that's what it seemed like where I am. It's just like, dang, it's like you light bright, you light bright, you light bright, and it's not like they caramel or kind of light. They like very, 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 very fair skinned, and so it's just very weird to me, very odd to me. If they're not like a multiracial like person, it's just very weird. Not to say that you should only stick with the people that you're the same race as, but the only way you can keep your race alive is if you mess with the people that are in your race. I mean, that's like common sense. Like, if you're the last black person that looks like me, and the only thing, or there are only two black people in the world, and y'all aren't related, and both of y'all decide that no, 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 and you go out 2 generations from then, the race is over. You know, the race is over. The game is up. You know, and it kind of hurts the credibility of, I feel like it hurts the credibility of being black and proud if you're constantly trying to run away from blackness. It just doesn't make sense to me. You can't run away from blackness and then be super pro black unless you're a scam artist. And I think that some people out here are literally just like preachers, and they're sitting out here saying what they know people want to hear just so that they can have an income coming in. And so I try to be very mindful of that. There are a couple people that I subscribe to that are, they're homophobic, but they're slow. It's not they're not homophobic enough to the point that I feel like, what, I can't just listen to what you're saying, because if you can't win an argument, the first thing you doing is talking about sugar, what is this, sugar sweet honey iced tea and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby, we done heard everything already. Especially when you're black, you done heard all of that. You done heard the F bombs a million times. You done heard the N bombs a million times. And you done heard sweet and sour, sugar, honey, lemonade. Like, you didn't heard all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it ain't, oh, you come up with some new material. Like, it don't hurt us. We call each other those words, especially if you're LGBT in the black community. You literally have said those things to other black people so much and so often that it doesn't hold any weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, but back to what I was saying. With Al Sharpton, or not Al Sharpton, Lord, with Shannon Sharpe. I think it's just really sad, and it's quite pathetic. He gets what he gets. He deserves what he deserves. And it's really, oh well. I could care less if he loses everything, because at the end of the day, I think there has been enough examples of people who have malicious intent, and they show you that they have malicious intent, but then you still go after them anyway, because in your mind you're just so anti-black and so self-loathing that you just can't even, it don't even matter. You just like, okay, well, long as you're not them, because if you was them, then they would be treating me like this. Like, like, what was that dude? I don't even remember the guy's name. He was just this super rude. He was just extremely rude, always was dogged black people, black women specifically, big up in the most toxic type of men. He was a black guy. He died. He died in a hotel messing with some Hispanic nurse or something like that. And it's like, no one really cared, especially in the black community. No one really cared, because it was like, you were so toxic, you were so rude, you were just constantly insulting your own people. You didn't want to be black. If somebody gave you the two buttons, and it was like, you could push this button right here and you would change your race, or you could stay the same race and you could hit which button which push. So many people would be hitting that button. They don't want to admit they would be hitting that button, but they would be hitting that button. Okay. And it's really sad. It's really pathetic. But like I said, let me know what you think about Mr. Shannon Sharpe and his situation. Him trying to pay the $10 million that didn't go through. Now he's all over the news, and people are just making fun of him left and right. Like I said already, my opinion of it is, I don't really care. I feel like you get what you deserve. You don't like yourself. You don't like black women. So yeah, go dip yourself in some bleach. I don't know. Go dip yourself in some bleach. Go move to another country. Come back. Do you a Sammy Sosa? Do something. I don't know. Do something to get yourself together. Because at the end of the day, there's no guarantee that he won't go right back to someone else after. Let's just say he wins the case, right? He wins the case. How much is y'all think he's gonna do a Jonathan Majors? Oh, I like black women now. No, the fact that, I don't even know the actress's name, but she's pretty popular black woman actress. Um, but she's, randomly came out of nowhere and was just standing beside him. And I thought, and everybody was saying that she was a fool for doing so. And I think she was a fool as well. But it's kind of the same thing. Like, do you think that Shannon Sharpe will just now start just exclusively messing with black women? Like, oh, now every time you see him, he's gonna have some black woman um, as a beard, basically just a black woman beard, while he's cheating on the black woman to go mess around with more white women or a non-black women, until the next case comes along, and then that black woman just leaves him and then leaves him to deal with whatever he has to deal with. Because I think that's probably what's going to happen to Jonathan Majors. I don't really believe for a second that he really decided to really just stop messing with, non-black women because of his career issues that he had. I feel like you get what you get, and he's just, he was like, okay, well, I can use you who for all I think personally that Jonathan Majors paid. I think he's paying that chick. I think he's paying that actress, that black actress, to be with him and do appearances and all this other stuff because it just happened too fast. But I do think that Shannon Sharpe might try the same thing. Like if it does go to court, why is she gonna have some random black woman or some celebrity black woman with him out on his shoulders? And, oh, black is beautiful. Black is no. That's not how you really feel. You're a self-loathing Negro, and that's okay. You be a self-loathing Negro over there. Okay. But anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments about Mr. Shannon Sharpe and about the state of black people. And it's just really disheartening to be to be alive right now and to see so many of our own people, to see so many black people just opting for the lightest, brightest, whitest thing they could find. Um, it's just disheartening. I don't know, but I am a homosexual. So what do I know? I'm irrelevant. I shouldn't have rights or an opinion according to a lot of these people. So, but here, you have an opinion. Your opinion does matter. Your voice does matter if you are part of the LGBT community, whether you are black, white, Hispanic, or whatever. I want to know what you think. Unless you're one of those racist or, you know, you could be racist and be gay. Where I live, baby, it's a whole bunch of LGBT people that are non-black that are extremely racist and say a lot of racist things out their mouth. So if you one of them people, then you could get on too. This is a place for people who are actually for equality, who are actually for peace, who actually have a valid opinion that they would like to share that is not based in bigotry and hate and ignorance. Okay, so if you are not one of those people, please comment and subscribe, and I will give it back to you in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.